course, disclaimer for this video, same as the last video, if you have Uranus or Neptune in Capricorn, because Neptune was in Capricorn for 14 years, Uranus was there for 7 years, there's entire generations of people that may have conjunctions sitting there with their Venus sign. Please take that into consideration because that will modify the expression of your Venus. If you're a Sagittarius Sun and your Venus is in Capricorn, then we are mixing fire and earth, mutable and cardinal, male and female. So we've got a balance here of introverted and extroverted going on. We've got the influences of Saturn and Jupiter here as well. We've got the influence of literally the planet of boundaries versus the planet of boundarylessness. So it's a fun one to look at. The Sagittarius Sun kind of loosens up the Venus in Cap a little bit here. Sag is all about adventure and fun and not caring about the details and being spiritually inclined and just travelling and being idealistic, whereas Saturn's about being realistic where it needs proof. It's about being hard-worked and grounded and calm and controlled. So they kind of speak different languages here. But let's have a look at what somebody with this type of quality, somebody with this combination would have, because it is an interesting one to look at. So this is someone that would be able to have a balance or have two sides to them of being adventurous versus being stable. So in their own personal life, they're going to want to go off and explore and learn and expand their mind and expand their horizons always, but then they've got the Venus in Cap that gives them the grounding and stability to keep them on track and to bring things into fruition. It might make them have a more open approach to relationships and some of the typical things we've spoken about with Venus in Capricorn, because Sagittarius represents foreign lands, other cultures, so more open to giving relationships a try basically, or more diverse types of people, just a little bit less rigid in that regard, because Sag Suns can have quite an optimistic outlook, whereas they know, okay, if that doesn't work out, they will try again. Now, Sagittarius Sun is not usually the type to want to give up their freedom willingly, but when you've got a Sag Sun with their Venus in Scorpio or their Sag Sun with their Venus in Capricorn, then when it comes to matters of the heart and love and relationships, then they are more serious in this area. Even though they live in this world of not having boundaries, when it comes to relationships, that's an area of life where they do appreciate boundaries and they need boundaries. You're going to have this side of being fun-loving and spontaneous versus being very down to earth and having a routine and being structured, and an independent person. Both Sagittarius and Capricorn are super independent in their own right. So this is somebody that even though they're in a relationship, they are going to need their own time, they're going to need their own space as well. So please keep that in mind, that you can't pin these people down very easily. Now, this would make for a very ambitious person as well. Capricorn being ambitious, Sagittarius with the big visions, wild imaginations, no boundaries. So you can have some serious ambition and goals of things that you could want to achieve. This is somebody who could really want to be living in complete opulence and extravagance, because Sagittarius can be a little bit extravagant, as we know, but you've got that Capricorn Venus there to kind of make you work hard and keep you on track to achieve the big visions that you may have. Probably won't like it when someone doesn't appreciate your generosity or is super frugal with what they've got, but this is definitely a combination here of somebody that could be building generational wealth, like real wealth here, just mixing that Jupiter and Saturn influence. I like to say about Jupiter and Saturn, you think of the pyramids, because it's just this unbelievable structure. Like, who thought of that? But who thought of that, let alone that, and put it to life, because it's never been done again since it's been done. Still to this day, we can't replicate it. Why? That was just someone's vision. And they brought it to life through really hard work. Jupiter and Saturn. This is somebody that could have really powerful connections, or just know wealthy people, or even have global connections here with the Sag right here. Just somebody who you just know people and you know the right people. Sagittarius usually do come across the opportunity, but this is definitely someone that can bring their visions into reality with a little bit of hard work, because it is a powerhouse combination, having this ability to be structured versus being unstructured at the same time. Living in this world of just being a little bit chaotic and erratic, and then being structured and organised. That might be something, a constant balancing act that you guys face, of this wanting to be free versus wanting to be sensible. You probably also have this other balancing act going on of wanting freedom, your own personal freedom, versus committing to somebody long term, because Sagittarius want their freedom, want to go off and explore, and Capricorn wants to, let's get married, let's live together, let's have children, you know, that type of thing. So you might be like, have this power play going on. Let's not ignore the fact that this is a fire sun sign that we're talking about here, and of course any fire sun sign can express in a fiery way, but your Venus in Capricorn might be like, no, Sag Sun, be quiet a minute, hold back expression or your passion. Let's see if they're going to be the right person before we express that. But overall, this is definitely a powerhouse combination that we have. I personally think it's really helpful for Sagittarius to have a bit of Capricorn energy there to give them some structure and some organisation, because that is not Sagittarius' forte, it's not their skill set. And putting this together with someone that can build an empire and be open-minded, and ideally you kind of need a modest, open-minded, hard-working, adventure-seeking person to partner up with. But I'm going to leave it there. If there was anything that I said that you liked or could relate to, then please drop me a like. And if you like my channel and my content, please consider subscribing. I'm trying to grow my channel here on YouTube. I have so much knowledge to share.